What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to Football Minutes, brought to you live by Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. Yet again, we are back with another exciting Chelsea FC live stream news. Enzo Maresca has finally spoken to Enzo Fernandez and the media, and he's dropped some bombshell. When I say bombshell, nothing really extraordinary to think about. Nkunku is thriving in the new position, and Chalobah, as we spoke about him yesterday, has he's been taken out of the squad and it's not even involved in the preseason tour. And the young Acheampong also is getting his chance to shine under Enzo Maresca in the US tour. What does this mean for the whole Chelsea FC and squad under Enzo Maresca's leadership? Join us here as we dive into the latest news and to talk about all these nitty-gritty that got involved in the that was involved in the press conference last night. In my time last night, or I say yesterday, for you guys, there was a lot of questions that was being asked during press conference yesterday, which took place very late. I think around 8 p.m. my time, which would be somewhere around 4 a.m. probably UK time. I'm sure maybe
about 2:30.
About 2:30, yeah, 2:30. UK time. So it was a very, very late press conference, but we got lots of information. We're gonna get into it regarding the current captain, Reece James, Nkunku. There's a lot of infection going on, convecting and infection and currencies all going on in yesterday's preseason. So if you did not hear much, we are here to talk about it. We are definitely here to talk about all those nitty-gritty and stuff. And don't forget, Stephen G is here with me, and we're gonna go through all these news as the live stream goes on. So don't forget to keep your comment coming. I've seen Phantom of Minute Topic. I've seen Todd in there. I've seen I Want to Love You Forever. I've seen Santiago, also Rich Moneymaker. All of my guys are in there waiting for the stream to carry on. So guys, do not forget, hang in there with me, and we'll be right back in just a second. Welcome back, folks, to another exciting, captivating Chelsea FC news as they have landed in America. Yes, they'll be taking on Wrexham today. We'll be looking into that game as the stream goes on today. And we'll be looking, the most important thing, we'll be looking at the press conference reaction. And Enzo, Chelsea revelation, preseason build-up, and Nkunku surprises row. Like I said, we'll be looking at the more important news today as Enzo Fernandez, Enzo Maresca, Chelsea revelation, possession build-up, and Nkunku surprises row.
We'll also be looking at Maresca Ball Masterclass. Chelsea training reveals the new tactical identity.
And then exclusive inside Chelsea training ground, Enzo Revolution in action. There's a lot going on the left hand side. There's a lot going on the right hand side. And also, it's going to be an alternative player that Enzo Maresca will be looking at too, which is Acheampong, another young, talented Chelsea player that Enzo Maresca will be looking to fit into the right back position, where it can be an option for Reece James and also what's his name? Malo Gusto. So, Steven, welcome back again. Another interesting stream. A lot of news to digest, a lot of news to talk about today. But before we get into it, Steven, I want to say welcome back and how are you doing and how the family also going?
Everyone's good, bro. Can't complain.
Beautiful. So, Steven, here we are again. Before we get into it, Rosie is here with us. Phantom of Minute topic. Said that Maresca has earned zero credit with me so far. CFC beats if CFC beats Wrexham, I hold emergency loan conference according to Phantom of Minute topic. Santiago said, Phantom, you need to chill out. This is not just about who wins and who loses. It's all about keeping fit for the players. That's what the preseason exercise is all about. I want to love you forever. Since big up Nissan. Hope you and everyone joining today are all doing well. Absolutely, definitely, we're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining us and asking of how we are doing. I want to love you forever. Thank you very much. One more time. Rich Moneymakers is big up all legends on the panel and everyone. Follow me on Twitter at Rich Moneymaker 22. Everyone hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Big up to you, Todd. I hope you're doing very well. Santiago, I have no confidence in either Enzo. Okay, that's from Phantom of Minute topic. You have to have confidence, Phantom. Smash the like button on this video. According to Rosie, thank you very much, Rosie. Keep doing what you're doing. I've been watching some of the videos. I keep watching them, and I love the recent one they just uploaded. Roughly 10 hours until the match. Yes, 10 hours. It's probably going to be very, very late for our UK viewers. But with me, it suits my time because they are in America. That's what I love about preseason. All right, Steven, where do we start from? Enzo Maresca's relation and position-based team build-up and Nkunku's revelation. The way he's trying to transform Nkunku. He's been watching Nkunku. Where do you prefer he plays and Christopher Nkunku?
It's difficult, right? Because personally, I don't see how you get Palmer, Nkunku, Caicedo, Enzo, and Jackson in this team. Because I don't think Palmer or Nkunku are great options for holding the width. Maybe I'll be proved wrong, which means it makes the whole lineup a lot easier. Because that's sort of how he uses them. He sort of prefers them to hold the width, the wide players.
You said Palmer, Nkunku, Jackson, and who?
Enzo Caicedo. Because I'm struggling with the way he sets up. Unless you're going to make Palmer and Nkunku hold the width, which is typically what happens in his system, which I think takes away their best attributes in terms of using half spaces and exploiting those half spaces, I struggle to see how you get all of them in. But he said something, I think it was to do with, I've got to try and find it, but it was to do with playing players a few meters inside. Doesn't really change anything in terms of how they play or something. I'm trying to find it now. Sometimes many players say I can play as a winger, and for them it's only there. But I don't think if you move them 5 to 10 meters inside, there are big changes. So it's just a matter of convince them and adapt. But when they are good players, they can play in different positions. He also said, and I quote, on Nkunku, he can play everywhere.
So yeah, well, if you're just joining us here, Phantom of Minute topic, Rosie, and anyone there watching us live, we are discussing the new role potential new position, how it suits Maresca's system that we're talking about, Nicholas Nkunku, the impact on the team at this moment. And Steven said that he believed, from what he's been reading, that Nkunku can play in so many roles. We know he can play as an attacking player, a striker. He can also play from the wing, where he can also drift into the attacking position. He's very, very versatile. But I haven't seen much of him on the right hand side. But I believe he can play on the right hand side. Although I'm not so sure.
He's played left wing and he's played striker throughout his career.
Yeah, so he hasn't been on the right hand side. He's just been on the left hand side. So
Not
does it mean he's right-footed player?
Yeah, he's right-footed. Yeah.
He's right-footed player. So he's not really versatile in terms of good in both foot.
No, but I'm saying, like, word for word, pretty much, when he was asked about Nkunku, he said he could play everywhere.
All right. So big up to you, my friend. Big up to you, my friend. I'm sure you're a Manchester United fan. This platform is open for all football fans, not just Chelsea fans. So if you're a football fan, you like discussing football, and we want to hear from you. We want to hear you. You know, I'm sure you're a Manchester United fan. You have news.
Being racist, by the way.
You can share with us. So big up to you. He said Enzo Maresca out. Enzo Maresca is racist. Not Enzo Maresca. It is Enzo Fernandez. And
I don't even think, as we said, I don't even think Enzo Fernandez is racist. I just think, like we said the other day, it was a case of, with all the motions and stuff like that, there was a lapse in judgment, which caused said situation to occur.
Yeah,
I think that's what happened.
But I don't know
why you call him racist.
We don't judge people here. We take people's opinion. We take people's opinion here, and your opinion is accepted. But I don't think that he's racist. We don't have to go to that extreme. He has apologized. He has talked to the manager, which is Enzo Maresca himself, and things have been laid down at this moment.
He's saying it about Maresca. I don't know if it's confusion or they're just actually saying that Maresca's racist.
I think he got a mistake here. He got it wrong in this point. I don't think he mean Maresca. I think he mean Enzo Fernandez. That's what he meant to say. Phantom Moment topic said if Christopher plays 9 or else or false 9, then we can move Nico to the Modric position according to Nico Williams. He did. Nicholas Jackson. I don't see him play on the right hand side. He's usually stuck on the left hand side.
No,
left wing. That's a left wing. What was that, Steven?
Modric plays on the left.
No, he says Nico. He says Nicholas
Jackson.
Nico Jackson to the Modric position. Modric plays on the left, so on the left hand side. Yeah. But anyway, Steven, let's keep moving. We're discussing the position of Nicholas Nkunku, the new role, and as we've already mentioned, Christopher Nkunku. Just Nicholas
on the brain.
Yeah, I'm putting two players together, isn't it? That's magic.
Yeah,
magic. All right, so Nicholas Jackson. We're discussing Christopher Nkunku, not Nicholas Nkunku. Christopher Nkunku over here. New role under new manager Enzo Maresca. So there we are with the Nicholas Christopher Nkunku over here. We will also be talking a bit about Chalobah and the upcoming game, which is Wrexham. We played them last season during preseason. I think I missed that game today. Today too, I'm gonna miss that game live. But today I'm in the studio with you guys. I'm not going on preseason work. All right, my friend. Let me say his name. Naturalane 17. Naturalane 17. Yeah. I like him. I mean, visiting us today for the first time, it's not that bad. But guys, do not forget to subscribe and drop a like on the video. I haven't said it. It will go a long way. We've done 40 minutes of live streaming. We're still on the discussion of yesterday's press conference. So, Stephen, Enzo Maresca has had a discussion with Enzo Fernandez. They did talk. They said they've talked. He has apologized. things should be on a peace hand right now. Do you think that the fans will let it go, or if Chelsea were able to calm things down, the fans will forget about what has happened with Enzo Fernandez in the bus and try and get things going? Or would you think that the players himself will also have a, would I say, forget about it and then move on, as he will be joining the team very soon?
I think he handled the situation well when it came to the questions. Of course, it was Nazar Kinsella that started all those questions. What do you expect? But I think, well, and Reece handled them as well.
Yeah.
Handled those questions well as well. I think both of them handled all questions on the Enzo situation very well. Speaking about how both of them have spoken to everyone involved.
But naturally doesn't disagree with
just
what.
quick, right? So they're saying that Maresca talked like it wasn't a big deal. He's a white man. He doesn't know what racism is. That is respectfully BS, yeah? And B, your next comment says Maresca didn't need to comment. He literally got asked about it about 3 times. It's worse if he doesn't comment on it than if he does comment on it. If he don't comment on it, we're having a completely different conversation. He was asked about it. He responded well to it, saying he's spoken to everyone. Enzo joins up on the 29th, which as of today is 5 days time. My bad. So he did need to comment because he got asked directly about that situation multiple times. And I think the fans wanted to hear from him on that situation as well. If he kept quiet, yeah, it's a different conversation. All he said was spoken to everyone. The player made the statement. I think it was Maresca said he's spoken to his teammates as well. And the club have also put out a statement. So he didn't really say anything crazy. He just said, spoken to everyone. He's spoken to them, as in Enzo as well, as in Fernandez. Club and player put out a statement. He's not said anything crazy.
To me, I think he answered the question professionally without creating any more problem. Drama or any more problem with drama that's already been done, because there's a lot of harm that has been done. And I feel like Enzo Maresca really was really drilled in terms of how to tackle those questions from the media, and then he took it and answered it very, very well. And it looks like the question really was being asked towards his path, because he was ready for it, and then he knew those questions were going to come.
Bro, you know the guy who sits next to him, which is like the press officer, yeah?
Yeah, the guy that.
So you know how you've watched the Arsenal All or Nothing, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember after conferences and stuff, when they walk away or when they're walking to a conference, the person was saying to Arteta, "You're going to get asked on this," and it was about the Aubameyang thing, I think. They would have said to Maresca, "You're likely to get asked about the Enzo Fernandez situation," and they would have prepared him for the fact that he would probably get asked about that, so he wouldn't get caught off guard.
Right. I'm going to give opportunity to some of my viewers to come on a bit later to talk to us about what their thoughts on the press conference yesterday. Naturally, 17, my Man United fan. I'm sure he's a Man United fan. I'd like to hear his voice and what is going on with Manchester United also. And our brother here, Abubakar, also, he said Chelsea 24-25 season will be far better than the last season, which I do agree. That's a 2023-24 season, which I do agree with you 100%. Tomorrow, we shall get our first impression of Enzo Maresca. Nataline 17 said that you think Fofana, Disasi are okay with apologies. According to, we're not so sure.
I'm not. I don't know. But the other thing, right? Just quickly, yeah.
Yes, sir.
If he's apologized to him, yeah, that shouldn't be the end of it. And I've said this multiple times. He had to apologize publicly. That statement came out, did that. He had to apologize to his teammates. That's already been said multiple times that he's done that. Yeah. The next step, whilst the club is still investigating, is once he returns, ideally the day that he returns on the 29th in 5 days, him, Disasi, Fofana, any other players who felt offended, sit in the room with Reece James, Enzo Maresca, and any other people who are going to be part of. It sounds like we're going to have like a leadership group because he said Reece will be one of the captains. So it sounds like we're going to have a leadership group of players. So anyone that's going to be in that group should be in that meeting with Enzo Maresca, Enzo Fernandez, and any player that felt offended by the comment. Well, by the song. You know what I mean? They have to make it clear how they felt. And he also has to be honest in saying how he viewed it. And if his statement's true and it was just a case of he got caught up in the emotions of the situation, plus they probably had alcohol on top of that, as we said the other day,
yeah,
which makes your decision-making worse, yeah? Be honest about it. I'm sure if you're honest, yeah? Look, I said it, I think, to you last night. If all that happens, you then leave that in that room. You don't have to get on with him privately. You don't have to talk to him privately. But on that pitch and in publicly, you have to show essentially a united front so that nobody can try and start anything that's going to distract the group.
right.
Away from the pitch, don't have to talk to him if you don't want to. But on the pitch, you're a team and you have to make it look like you're getting on even if you're not.
I do agree with you 100%. I do agree with you. I think that a committee has to be set within the players, which they can sit down. Enzo will directly, because sometimes this is what I'll say: talking to someone physically, it's more. Would I say it's more effective than speaking to someone in the distance in terms of true
And that's
text
why
message
everyone,
or on the cell phone.
Enzo Fernandez and those players, have to make it clear how everyone viewed the situation.
That's right. Natural Lane 17, big up to you, my brother. I love your interruption in the comment section. He said that Ivan Toney got banned for gambling. This racism abusing is much worse, which I do agree with you. On our previous stream, we did talk about it. I was like, I'll come back to let me finish the comment. He said they share same dressing room, according to my brother Natural Lane 17. He said if Enzo Fernandez had a small price tag, he would already be gone, according to him. Absolutely. Also, that also makes a lot of sense. But this is what I'll say. There's two different things here. There's been measured. There's been instruction, there's been rules, there's been punishment already set aside for gambling. That one is made state. But racism is a different topic altogether. There's a lot of sentiment and a lot of variety of racism and things that goes on. So it's very, very difficult to put measures down to how to tackle it. But what I'll say is, it's been around since the introduction of football. Racism has been there since the Europeans traveled to Africa to survey the African continent and start trading with the trading goods with human beings. Since that, racism started, and some even Africans were their own people, transferring their own people to these white people that were doing the trading, butter trading, whatever trade that they have for human being and material. So we are part of it. We started it. It wasn't the white people could not just get into the interland of the west of Africa, the shores of Africa, and then capture people. They were led by our own black people that led them to fish these people out or to get their own people.
I'm not going to get into it, but wasn't the first person who is deemed owned a slave, so to speak, was black? No.
Yeah, it was a black person. Because what they were doing in Africa is they capture the people and sell them to the Europeans for either mirror, gunpowder, or clothing. So they were doing barter trade. Gold and for whiskey, gold for gunpowder, gold for gun, and that kind of a thing. Then it started into after the Danes, the British fought the Danes away at that time. Then they started using the fort that was being built to reserve their goods into a castle and started doing human trading. But it wasn't just them. The blacks were part of it. But what I'm saying is, let's get back to what I was trying to say. It's
Mhm.
not that easy to tackle racism than it is compared to gambling. Gambling measures are easy. Well, if you're caught gambling, you'll be gone for 18 months without pay. It's easy because there's so many forms of racism if you get into it. They can be on the pitch, they can be some spitting on you, but you can argue the fact that okay, I spat on you doesn't mean it was racism, but someone can relate that to it. And even some black people also like to play the racism card, even when there's no racism. You get what I'm saying? So there's so many sentiments towards racism, but I'm sure that the FA, FIFA will bring the right measures to tackle this very, very well and get rid of racism from our game because it's not really good. It doesn't help the game in that manner. I'm sure, naturally, 17, you've probably understood what I'm trying to derive out, where I'm trying to make my point to. But okay, he said and okay, Tonali cost 70 million, got banned 9 months because it's different. Tonali's situation is gambling, it's not racism. Endo Fernandez should be given his own share of punishment like other players in the past. I don't really see anyone being punished very, very well besides supporters who were singing racist chants and stuff like that. I've seen, supporters being punished, lifetime season tickets. You're not allowed to go to the stadium again and all that kind of thing. But I've not been seen players really dealt with racism measures before. So if you've seen that, you can share that with me. I haven't seen it, so I'm not so sure how long he'll be punished. Maybe he could miss a couple games, but I think FA will also get involved. FIFA will also get involved, but we haven't heard much
FIFA are
from FIFA
involved.
himself.
FIFA are investigating the video.
Investigating the whole
The
thing.
FA, I don't think, are involved yet.
Yeah. So nobody cares how much some players cost. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you cost to come to a football club. If you do the wrong thing, you'll be punished for it. So many players have cost worth. I mean, it cost more in the past, and they've been dealt very well due to things that they did in the football club. So John Terry got away. It's Chelsea's. No. John Terry did not get away. John Terry got banned. He was sent out of the Three Lions national team. He never played for the English national team again. So John Terry got punished for whatever he did. But he tried. He tried to make amends. He trying to get together to start talking to Real Ferdinand and his brother Antoine Ferdinand. But no one got back to him again. I heard him spoke live on Simon Jordan's podcast. Yeah, he said he tried to make things happy again, but none of those Ferdinand family got back to him, so they didn't want to happen. So he did not get away. John Terry never got to play for the national team again after that comment he made. So Santiago, thank you very much, Santiago, for your comments. I'll get into it. Steven,
Yep.
what do you have regard to this Enzo Fernandez situation before we move on from there?
No, I'm done with it, to be honest.
Yeah. Santiago said that gamblers get punished more than ignorant people because there is paperwork, evidence, and it is involved money. Where else ignorance is subjective and doesn't question the integrity of the game. All right,
That's a good way of putting it. That's actually a very good way of putting it.
absolutely.
There's actual paper trail on gambling.
Evidence is right there.
But that literally arguably puts the game into disrepute and whatnot. Because look, if you're betting on, say, your team to lose, yeah, you can have a direct impact on that result.
Yeah.
Like if you're betting on your opponent to win against you, you could have a direct impact on that. Whereas with this, I think it is just an ignorance thing. I mean, he comes from Argentina, which is quite a racist country. Yeah. He's young, and he's probably on a high of emotions after just winning a big international competition and probably had alcohol, which all the emotions and alcohol, as I keep saying, and there's a reason I keep saying it, is so that the point comes across. Yeah. I'm just seeing the comment from I123.
Yeah.
Um.
YouTube is flagging messages. Please
Yeah.
choose your words wisely to not draw negative attention to the stream. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I123 as a moderator. So, guys, yeah, like I said, this is a very, very sentimental topic. If you don't choose your words correctly, that's what I'm being very, very careful over here, because what YouTube does is everything that I say on this platform, it goes in as a script, and they transfer everything that goes through, they scrutinize whatever I say. If it's racism, it's violence, the machine that scrutinize everything we say over here will filter it out. It can go directly against my channel. And what they do is, if they see those kind of things, your channel will not be recommended to people to watch you. So it will affect the channel in a very, very bad way. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, YouTube, they're very, very strict in terms of what we come over here to say. That's why people don't allow swear and cursing and using some kind of words that are not allowed, because on this platform. You get what I'm saying? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. I want you to love you forever. Phantom of Bendy Topics, Steven, I'll come back to you. Phantom of Bendy Topics at JT 26 is a legend, legend of a player. Enzo Fernandez is just another prize, injured, injured, let down player. All right, that's
That's
from Phantom of Bendy Topic. Steven, you can go ahead with
mm-hmm.
what you were saying.
No, I forgot what I was saying.
All
I
right,
got distracted
G.
by I123's comment.
Comments.
But yeah, it's a very good point to make in there, that everyone has to be careful what they say.
Great. So, guys, I will share the link there. Fun opinion, fun discussion, and everyone that have a say regarding Enzo Maresca's preseason drills and press conference, certain things that were being said in terms of injury. Stephen, question was being asked to Enzo Maresca regarding the injury situation. How many injury Chelsea dealt with last season?
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on his response?
Yeah, if I remember rightly, his reply was something to the effect of, it's hard to know, like, looking from the outside, but we've been here for 2 weeks and we've not got any injuries. I mean, there's people who already had injuries, but none from them, so to speak, since they've been here, is essentially what he was saying.
Right.
But
So,
yeah, no, I'm going to generalize quick, right?
Yeah.
I think overall across the conference, he came across very well, very professional. Yeah. His English is good, which makes it easier than with Pochettino. We know he struggled with that. He sometimes had Jesus Perez, his assistant, as his translator to help him. So that's something completely different, but it is something that is also very helpful to have someone who has been in England for so long that they've got an understanding of the language, they speak it clearly and fluently. And look, that's helpful for fans. It'll probably help him with getting instructions across to the players as well, if we're being honest. Because we all saw how Poch struggled with some things in his conferences. So you can only imagine there's certain times where he would struggle with putting instructions across to the players as well.
That's great. Abubakar, big up to you. Says a Chelsea board should find a better way of treating academy players who have spent most of their time at the club. Academy players are losing faith in the club. I don't think so. Abubakar, my response to your comment is, I don't think the academy players are losing their faith in the football club. They are not. The position of how the Premier League have structured themselves, it makes it difficult to keep so many academy players. But if you look at the past, if you look at now, some academy players have got the leverage to be able to be in Chelsea's first team. Mason Mount is one of them. Example, he left the football club. Reece James have gone through the ranks. If you're good enough, if you're that good,
if you're good enough, you'll make it.
Yeah, if you're good enough to make it, you will make it to the first team. Not every academy player will be able to be playing Chelsea, first team football at Chelsea. Not every academy player, but you have to be good because the competition is very, very high. The other position teams are bringing players from all across the world, and you need quality on the pitch. But the fact that you've been there for 10 years doesn't guarantee you an opportunity. Also, financial fair play. The way Premier League have structured itself, you need that kind of money to sustain yourself in the Premier League. You cannot just bring money from outside your coffers, outside your football club, and just inject into it. If that is the case, Newcastle United will have shootload of players right now. They'll go in there for the Victor Osimhen. They have money. They have lots of money, Newcastle United. But they cannot just pump the money into the football club. They have to generate revenue. They have to sell players to be able to get full profit to bring in new players. And that is what Chelsea are doing. To be able to get the top players, some of the academy players, you have to sell some of them. 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. Sell them to be able to bring the top players. Some of them will make it to the first team, but not all of them. You get what I'm saying? Not all of them will make it. Those that will make it will make it. Those that can. Where's Reece James? We all know Reece James is a good player, right? Where's it coming from? The academy.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, not all of them. And they know if they're good enough, they'll stay. Some of them are on loan. They're developing. It's better you take them out, you sell them, but you put a buyback clause on them. A clause that will favor you. You should be the first person to buy that player. What's it, Steven?
Or a sell-on percentage.
A sell-on, yeah, percentage.
Or matching rights.
Percentage, buyback clause and all that. Yeah, so you still have the leverage to get the player back when he's available to for sale. All right, so we have Phantom here. Phantom of the topic.
Hello.
How are you, sir? And welcome back to football.
The thing with Maresca that I'm not blaming him on is the Sanchez thing. That's coming from Clear Lake. That's not coming from the coach. Whoever the coach is was going to be forced to do the Sanchez revival thing, which is completely stupid because Petrovic was awesome last year for his price. So I'd be like, let's keep Petrovic and sell Sanchez. But they want to make Sanchez more valuable. I don't even know what they're going to do with Kepa. Kepa said that, Kepa shot off his mouth when he went on loan, and he said, I never want to come back to Chelsea again. So that's kind of hard to take back. What do you think?
Oh, Kepa is a blogger.
I don't know. But anyways, so I think but when he went to Spain on loan, when he went to Spain on loan, he said, I never want to come back to Chelsea ever again. So he said those words. So he's kind of like a Lukaku now.
Because we've had that before.
Guys, even say it again. We didn't hear you.
I was saying, but did he actually say that, or was that another situation where it was translated wrong, whether intentionally or otherwise?
I didn't hear him say it word for word, so I don't know. But it was just reported in the news.
I'm not saying to you.
I think it's a mistranslation. It's a mistranslation
because it happens a lot where people will intentionally translate something to cause uproar within the fan base. If I remember rightly, someone said that. Okay, I don't like Lukaku for his comments anyway, but apparently what he said wasn't actually translated accurately.
Why doesn't Lukaku need a translation? And Lukaku speaks 7 languages, inclling English.
The interview was in Italian.
It was in English. It was in Italian, if I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that
was in Italian. It was being translated wrongly. That really
aggravated. Okay. So what I'm saying is, I don't blame Maresca for some of these Clear Lake decisions. What I'm going to judge this Enzo Maresca on is going to be his tactics And I don't care what he did in the championship because Marco Silva, what he did with Fulham that year was more impressive than what this guy did with Ipswich. So, I mean, the championship means nothing. And this guy has less than 2 years of soccer coaching experience. So, less than 2 years of soccer coaching experience, you should not be. What I'm very surprised is that
Phantom,
Todd Bowley did not take how he.
Phantom, hold on a second. Phantom,
Todd Bowley took the Dodgers.
Phantom, hold on. Yeah, before we move on, who did you say he's got less than 2 years of coaching experience?
He's on about Maresca.
No, I don't think that's right.
Maresca.
Yeah, I don't think
he has 2 years of coaching experience. No, I don't mean as head coaching experience. Head coaching, because he was with Manchester City, right? As one of
before he came
one
to
of Pep's
City.
disciples.
Before he came to Manchester City, he was a head coach somewhere in the Italian league, somewhere.
Signed for a few months.
Yeah.
Somewhere else in some youth league or something. Or
No, first division in Italy.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, we'll look at I'm sure we'll look into it, or you'll look into it, or I'm not going to look into it. But if you look into it, please let me know. But anyways, but Todd Bowley has really surprised me because he took the Dodgers from last place to first place in 5 years to win the World Series. 5 years from dead last to first. Okay, but he did not do the same approach. He hired a lot of veterans to win the Dodgers to get them to the World Series. He didn't hire completely young rookies and then overpay them from other teams. Like for example, Mudryk. We were not even looking at Mudryk. The only reason Mudryk is on the team is because Arsenal was interested in Mudryk, and we wanted to go, hijack somebody that Arsenal wanted. We didn't do our homework on Mudryk.
Not true. That is not true. That is not true. We have scouts. No, yeah, that's not true. We have scouts.
Okay, so
underground on it. But go ahead.
Okay, but so I'm not. Look, when what's his name, Pochettino won those last 5 games, I was coming off loan. I was like, hey, I'm coming off loan. This guy has earned me. I was Poch out. I turned into Poch in. I put back on my Chelsea shirt, and I'm, like, hey, I'm Chelsea again. And then, Clear Lake does this weird firing of him because they want to get rid of Gallagher, and they want to get rid of Chalobah so that they can, make some money or, satisfy FFP or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, so that really freaked me out. And then now we're going at, all these players that they're talking about are all these young players that are completely unproven, flashing, I don't know about soccer, but in baseball, like 1 out of every 25 of these prospects actually make it to the major leagues for more than 3 years. So I mean, how many times are we going to do this? And we still haven't gotten a proven striker yet, and it's already July. I thought by now we'd get somebody like Ollie Watkins or like Isak, or even I'd take Callum Wilson. I mean, whatever.
Phantom, I don't think they're going to bring in a recognized striker. I think Chelsea feel they have enough attacking players.
They're assessing everything.
Okay, that's fine. If you want to, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, Phantom. What was that, Steven?
They're assessing all the options, including Nkunku at striker as well.
And then McGee. So, yeah, they have enough talented players out there that are attacking players. If you look at some of those great managers, they don't like to play. Not all of them like to play with number 9. Not all managers like to play with number 9. Look at the great Barcelona team that we've seen in the past. They don't have a typical number 9 striker. They don't have it. If the great Barcelona,
one guy who can
go ahead.
You know one guy who can rehabilitate strikers. That guy is named the Special One.
he uses
Jose turned Tammy back into a productive striker after Tuchel demoralized him, and I don't understand why Tuchel did not like Tammy Abraham, but the first year that Tammy was before the injury year, that Tammy was on the Roma team, he was a legitimate striker in that league. So there's something to be said for the special one, and that's the one I wanted back. And I would sign a full year, no loan contract, completely Chelsea. Every appearance would have the Chelsea shirt and everything. Contract, solid Chelsea fan for a full year for someone like that. Or if you just got us a legitimate striker, like if we got Ollie Watkins or something. But no, Christopher Nkunku is probably legit. I think Nico Jackson is legit. I mean, he scored more than Timo Werner did, right? So
yeah, for the first season, Nicholas Jackson has been good
more
anyway.
than what Drogba did in Drogba's first season here.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with that. I'm even patient. I'm willing to wait 2 or 3 years to go for the championship league again or whatever. If you want to really give these young people a chance, that's fine. But then don't bring in more young players that are unproven. We've already had some. Let's do with what we have. I mean, what was the guy? Chukwuemeka, or what was his name? Chukwuemeka, you got to give him a chance. I mean, I don't know.
We brought him from Aston Villa. Chukwuemeka was coming from Aston Villa.
Yeah, okay, and then so these guys they need to be given a chance. They don't need to bring in another round of this. And what happened to that goalie, Slovenia or
Slovenia?
Huh? He's going with the US national team.
Go on loan again.
Why is Slovenia not as good as Sanchez?
Not ready.
Not ready. He's too young.
I think he's 20, right? Okay.
Yeah.
20 is too young.
Yeah, I guess. Chelsea trying to mold him and get him better.
Plus, he's 20, and he's also currently at the Olympics with USA.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, we'll see how he does at the Team USA then, I guess. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, guys. We got 14 of us watching live on the stream. Phantom, we'll catch you up later. Thank you very much for coming on Phantom of Minute Topic. There you go. Phantom of Minute Topic was the guy we're just speaking to. We're still discussing the Enzo Maresca first press conference reaction, which took place around 8 p.m. my time yesterday and around 1:30 to 2 p.m. UK time or European time. So if you're just joining us, do not forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to Blueclouds Media YouTube channel, and so you don't miss anything from the channel anytime we upload the video or go live. We are still discussing the questions and injuries, questions that was being asked regarding injury, the Enzo Fernandez situation, and what's your thoughts on how Enzo Maresca answered it? Some of our viewers, which was I forgot our brother's name, Nacholian, I think Nacholian 17 said Enzo Maresca answered the question like was nothing, but I think he answered the question professionally like he's supposed to, without causing any more or maybe putting more fuel into the fire as he's already blazing. So he did answer that correctly, in my opinion. McCain, big up to you, McCain. Sister Chalobah out, Gallagher out, Enzo Maresca out. Come on, McCain, please. Which of those players, if I push you to the corner, which of those 3 names would you keep? Go ahead, Stephen G.
I said good to see people positive today.
Phantom of Minute Top. McCain, which of these 3 names you've mentioned would you ever keep? I want you to keep one. Just one of them. Rosie said, thank you, May. Thank you. Absolutely, Rosie. You're welcome. You're welcome, as usual. Guys, if you're watching this live, do not forget you can share the screen for us on any platform, whether any social media platform that accepts links. You can share a link there. So as we keep growing, and the link is also there. Guys, I have pinned the link. I don't know if I did pin it. Steven, did I pin it?
I don't know. One sec.
If not, mods, please pin the link for me. Anyone can pin the link. Moderators, you can pin it. So anyone who wants to join us here,
normally on StreamYard it says starred, I think, if you pin it, and it doesn't. So I'm guessing you haven't.
Okay, I think I've pinned it now. I just went back to pin it. So I've pinned the StreamYard link. There, anyone that is there want to feel free, you can feel free. Click on it, come in the studio, and discuss some few things with Rosie regarding the racism issue. Rosie, if you want to talk to us for a little bit, I appreciate it, and outline some of these topics to us. You don't have to turn your camera on if you don't want to, but if you want to, you're fine to do that. I want to love you forever back again. She said, yes, StreamYard link is there. Thank you very much, and all the moderators and everyone that has shared and pinned the link, and anyone that supports the channel all the time. Thank you very much, much appreciated. All right, yes, sir.
Just quick on the Olympic picture.
Yeah.
The BBC are reporting that Medina's 90 plus 16, I kid you not, 90 plus 16, equaliser for Argentina against Morocco at Olympic football has been disallowed due to offside. The crazy detail, the game was suspended more than an hour ago. The game happened more than an hour ago. And
the game ended, I think it ended 1-1, right?
2-2, I think. But
2-0.
But an hour later, they've disallowed the goal for the equaliser.
After the game, and so what you're trying to say is the game ended, it was 3-2.
An hour after the game. No. It ended 2-2. They disallowed the equaliser an hour after the game.
This is madness. Is this something new that if they have introduced in football? Because what I know, and I've been watching football for many years now, what I know is when the 90 minutes comes to, when the referee blows his whistle for the 90 minutes, whatever scoreline it is, whatever took place in the game stands. There shouldn't be any review of any decision of things that went on in the game and disallow a goal. So is it something new we're seeing in football, Stephen?
No, I don't know how it's happened.
It's something new in the Olympics.
Now I'm scared that Anthony Taylor's going to do that to us next season.
Well, what he can do is things that can be disallowed, because if what we're seeing now, that it means that if they can review games, even though the 90 minutes has come to an end, they can review games, then it's good for Chelsea. Look at what happened. Look at what happened 2 seasons. Was it 2 seasons ago when Tottenham Hotspur's player pulled Cucurella's hair down?
Yep.
When they pulled his head down and they got away with it, Harry Kane got an equalizer and make it 1-1 for Tottenham Hotspur. They could review that game and say the equalizer from Tottenham Hotspur has been disallowed.
They won't.
That's what I'm trying to say. Phantom of many topics said Chelsea Dan is the legend. Yeah, I spoke to Chelsea Dan a couple days ago. He's in America right now on vacation. So when he comes, he said when he comes to the UK and when he comes here, he will get hold of me. So yeah, Chelsea Dan is in the States right now on vacation. That's why you guys haven't seen for a while. We have tackled, Stephen. We're still on. We have tackled pretty much most of the topics. Fun Q&A questions, guys. Keep dropping your questions, your comments in the comment section below, and we'll give you answers towards that. Chalobah omission. We did discuss that yesterday. I think was Stephen, was Chalobah forced out of the team, or do you think it was the best thing that the club is doing, or Enzo Maresca is doing for Chalobah's future, instead of keeping him in the football club and not getting much game time, or send him away, selling him for him to develop better?
Oh, excuse me. I think Maresca spoke on it, right?
Yeah.
And he said, like, it's difficult to leave players behind and whatnot. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But,
all right.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more we could really say on that one.
Yeah. Rosie said he just need to learn more about his own club, Phantom. Oh, I think he's talking to Chelsea Dan. Yeah, Chelsea Dan. He's a funny character. He's a funny character and always give us some funny stuff sometimes. I want to love you forever. Said is Chelsea Dan coming to visit you in Zion. I hope he can, but he's 12 hours away from me. He's all the way in Florida, and 12 hours away from me. It's quite far. Yeah, 12 hours drive. So that's Chelsea done for you. I can't wait to see him here on the show one of these days when he come back. He's gonna have lots of waffles on the show when he comes on. I know that for sure. So Chalobah, we've talked about Chalobah. And Steven, what about Acheampong? Acheampong is in the news. Another young, talented right back. And Enzo Fernandez is looking at him as an option to play him as a right back for Enzo, Gusto, and Rich James.
You've done it again, Lee. You said Enzo Fernandez.
Oh.
That's why I said you've done it again. I was like, hang on.
Enzo Maresca, Steven. Acheampong,
Is it
young
easier
talented
to
player.
just call Maresca and Enzo Fernandez Enzo?
What was the question again, Steven?
Is it easier to just refer to Fernandez as Enzo, Enzo Maresca, the manager, as Maresca?
As Maresca, I think that would be easy for me.
I think that's what I'm gonna start doing, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we had a discussion yesterday that I have to keep and just train myself to call the manager Maresca and then call the player Enzo.
We've got to train our brains to do it.
Yeah, it'll be hard, but we'll try. I think the Enzo is it tastes so good in my mouth. Enzo. I love the name.
Sentence. You might want to pause on that. You might want to say pause after that. That sounded really mad.
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. Enzo tastes so good. That's funny. But anyway, Acheampong in the news, Steven. Acheampong, another young academic graduate, and Enzo Maresca said is looking at him and see if he can be an option for the right back role that can play in if we have to rest Gusto or maybe we have injury that is affecting Gusto or Rhys James. So we can bring in Acheampong, this young talented Ghanaian parent is I think born by Ghanaian parent, which that one I can stand on my foot and tell you because the name is very, very common with me. Yeah. So Steven.
Yep.
I don't think he's ready. What about Bashir Humphrey? Why couldn't we bring some of these players?
Probably go on loan.
But why didn't Enzo Fernandez invite him to during preseason and and assess him? Oh, he doesn't need any more centre backs.
Yeah, basically. That seems to be the reason he's going with. And look, I know there's a lot of people that are annoyed because it looks like Chalobah's going to get sold. Yeah. But at the same time, the way that I'd put it to them is you've got Josh Acheampong, who is more of a I think he's more of a right back. I need to double check this. But essentially he's played both right back and centre back. Yeah. And Chalobah's done that as well. Chalobah's done that for Chelsea in the first team. But I think it's also a case of he wants to show to certain players, like he's obviously been impressed by Tyreek George and Josh Acheampong because outside of the goalkeepers, there are only two young players to be in this travelling squad. So he obviously wants to show to the players, look, if I think you're going to be getting opportunities and I think you're good enough to get these opportunities, you will get them. And I think it's just him taking those players so that he can assess them more. I think that's what that is that he's taken Tyreek George and Acheampong so that he can assess them more. But also, they're clearly two of the young players that are going to get opportunities this season if they've gone on this tour.
Yeah. I mean, there's some players that were on the preseason tour last season, and they're still in there.
There's a lot of the players that were on the tour last year that ended up going on loan or being sold.
Yeah, Bestron is also one of them. He was on loan. He was on loan last season. He was with the preseason, and this season he's still there.
Mm-hmm.
A phantom of many topics said I would not blame Maresca for Clear Lake decision on pressure. According to Phantom of many topic, he said he went ahead and said that we all aware Pochettino on apology for thinking all that Modric and Sterling play was his choice. According to Phantom of many topic, but guys, we've been speaking for the last 59 minutes. I think we've gone through pretty much all the topics of the day, and definitely we'll be back again later for a watch along when Chelsea's playing Wrexham.
I don't know if I'll make that because it is going to be like 2:30 a.m.
Yeah,
I'll probably be watching it, but obviously I don't live alone, so it makes it difficult.
Yeah, you don't have to say it. I understand, Steven.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like I'll still be watching it. I'll still be able to give opinions like tomorrow and stuff.
Yeah. All right, yeah, but we'll look into it. So we'll come back with a review and review the Wrexham and the Chelsea game. So, guys, I want to say thank you, all legends. Rosie said, let's go. The Blues, according to Rosie. Let's go, the Blues. Let's go. Phantom said that 10:30 a.m. I normally do. I do not wake up until noon, according to Phantom. Phantom, wake up early and watch it. A.m. in the morning. It should be a good time for you to. Yeah. Each time is A.M.
Oh.
Yeah, all the way in Asia. So 10:30 in the morning. Mine is, I think, around
I got thrown
8
off
p.m.
for a second.
Is it 8 p.m. my time, Steven?
It'd be
What's your time?
Kickoff is 2:30 a.m. my time, I think.
So
2 or 2:30.
Yeah, so 2. So around 9 p.m. my time. That's quite late.
8:39 your time, something like that.
Yeah. 10:30 p.m. Eastern, according to Phantom. But yeah, guys, thank you very much. Phantom of any topic, as usual, always here to support, and he loved this show. Always jump on to have a say. I invited everyone, but Phantom was the only one that joined. But thank you, and then at least those that stay in to watch and listen and contribute. Much love to you all. I want to love you. And then Makim also. Abubakar, we also have Santiago, and we have our brother Natalain 17. Thank you for everyone that came on to contribute on the show. I always say Lil Desperandos.
Hang on to hope.
Yes, we'll be right back again tomorrow. Bye for now. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.